What if every explosion in the universe was just a breakup? What if the Big Bang itself wasn't science, but a cosmic emotional meltdown that started everything? Imagine this. Every molecule around you is in a toxic relationship. Every spark, every flame, every heartbeat. Just tiny emotional outbursts from atoms that feel too much. Because maybe the universe isn't made of matter. Maybe it's made of feelings. Let's start with the universe's most emotional minimalist. Hydrogen, one proton, one electron. That's it. It's basically the loneliest atom in existence, forever orbiting in solitude. It doesn't know who it is. It doesn't know what it wants. It just floats through space whispering, "Is anybody out there?" And then one day, boom, oxygen shows up. Oxygen is beautiful, magnetic, and possessive as hell. She walks into the periodic table like she owns the place. Hydrogen falls instantly. Oxygen smiles and says, "I'll take two." That's how water is born. A love triangle so intense it built oceans. But don't let that purity fool you. That's not romance, it's codependency. Because every water molecule is basically oxygen saying, "If you ever leave me, I'll literally boil." Meanwhile, across the table, carbon can't sit still. It's the social butterfly of the atomic world, bonding with anyone, anytime, anywhere. Hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, doesn't matter. Carbon just needs to connect. It's the friend who texts everyone, "Let's hang out," and somehow ends up building DNA, forests, and the entire biosphere. It doesn't even realize what it's doing. It just hates being alone. Carbon's FOMO accidentally invented life. Then there's nitrogen, the emotionally unavailable genius. Cold, distant, intellectual. It fills most of Earth's atmosphere, but never lets anyone get close. It's everywhere, and yet no one truly knows it. It's that ex who ghosts you but still watches your stories. But sometimes, when lightning strikes, nitrogen finally feels something. For a brief second, it bonds, turns into fertilizer, and lets life bloom again before retreating back into isolation. That's nitrogen's version of love. Rare, sudden, and gone too soon. And then comes helium, the carefree one. It's light, detached, always floating above the drama. Helium doesn't do relationships. It's emotionally unavailable and literally unreactive. While other atoms are screaming, bonding, breaking apart, helium's just vibing in the upper atmosphere going, "Y'all are exhausting." It's the cosmic equivalent of a friend who laughs at everyone's problems but never shares their own. You can't tie helium down, literally or emotionally. Now let's talk about oxygen again, because oh boy, she's not done. She's the life of the party and the reason the party burns down. Oxygen gives us breath, fire, energy, but get too close and she'll consume you. Ask iron. It spends its whole existence rusting because oxygen can't let go. She's passionate, irresistible, and toxic in every sense of the word. Every fire you've ever seen? That's oxygen falling in love too fast. But if oxygen is passion, then uranium is pure rage. It's unstable, unpredictable, and dangerous to be around. It doesn't do emotional regulation. It does chain reaction. Give it a little nudge and it explodes, releasing enough energy to power cities or vaporize them. Uranium is the walking embodiment of "I said I'm fine." Right before flipping a continent, when it finally breaks apart, it feels relief for the first time in millions of years. That's not nuclear fission, that's therapy. Now picture sodium and chlorine on their first date. Sodium's the needy one. Soft, desperate, always ready to give up an electron just to be liked. Chlorine's sharp-tongued, cynical, slightly toxic. They meet, argue, spark, and boom, salt. A perfect match born from dysfunction. They're the kind of couple that fights every night but somehow makes everything taste better. Everywhere you look, atoms are flirting, fighting, or fusing. The entire universe is one giant emotional group chat. Stars? Just clusters of hydrogen screaming under pressure until they glow. Planets? Burned out ex-lovers orbiting what they can't let go of. Comets? Frozen tears flying through the dark. You call it astrophysics. I call it intergalactic drama. Even your body is full of little soap operas. Every breath you take is a breakup and a reunion. Oxygen enters, bonds with blood, gets passed around, then leaves as carbon dioxide. Heartbroken but mature about it. Your heartbeat, it's just potassium and calcium ions dancing in and out of cells. A literal rhythm of longing. When you cry, maybe it's your atoms trying to release all that emotional water oxygen keeps dragging into their lives. And if atoms had feelings, then science isn't cold. It's tragic. Thunder, that's atmospheric tension hitting its emotional limit. Lightning, a cosmic outburst. The sky saying, I can't hold it in anymore. Lava, the earth venting its frustration. Molten therapy. Everything that burns, freezes, cracks, or shines is just the universe working through its emotional baggage. Now look at metals. Iron, steady, loyal, dependable. The kind that keeps civilizations alive but never gets credit. Gold, vain, beautiful, refuses to bond with anyone. Just wants to be admired. Mercury, unstable, slippery, liquid even at room temperature. You can't hold on to it, and maybe that's the point. And copper, always giving, always conducting energy. The friend who listens to everyone's problems until it burns out. If elements had therapy, the periodic table would be a waiting room. Because every atom carries a story. Every reaction is a cry for connection. Every molecule is a relationship, and every explosion is a lesson in letting go. You see, atoms don't chase perfection, they chase stability, and so do we. We call it chemistry, they call it love. If atoms had feelings, then stars aren't born from gravity. They're born from longing. Think about it. Every star begins as clouds of gas, lonely atoms drifting through endless darkness. They bump into each other, collide, cling together because they're tired of being alone. And when enough of them finally gather, the pressure, the warmth, the connection, they ignite. That's not fusion, that's passion on a cosmic scale. Every sunrise you've ever seen is just billions of hydrogen atoms finally finding someone who understands them. But love never lasts forever, even for stars. After millions of years, they burn out, collapse, or explode, scattering their pieces across space. Supernovas aren't deaths, they're heartbreaks. The ultimate, I can't hold this together anymore. And yet, from that heartbreak comes beauty. Those shattered atoms drift away, cool down, and one day they become something new. Planets, oceans, trees, us. We are made from the debris of stars that loved too hard. So when someone tells you you're just stardust, remember, you're the emotional aftermath of a billion cosmic romances gone wrong. Now let's talk about Earth, the therapy session of the solar system. For billions of years, Earth's atoms have been mixing, bonding, arguing, trying to figure out what they want to be. Volcanoes, rage issues, tsunamis, mood swings, earthquakes. Repressed tension finally released, and somehow out of all that chaos came life. Cells built from atoms that just wanted to hold hands forever. Molecules learning to copy themselves like artists obsessed with their own reflection. And then, one day, consciousness flickered on. The universe looked at itself and said, wait, is this me? You, me, everyone you've ever loved or hated. We're not separate from those ancient atoms. Why, we are them. When you fall in love, it's just hydrogen and oxygen remembering their old spark. When you argue, it's positive and negative charges refusing to balance. When you miss someone, it's gravity pulling on particles that used to be close. Even your thoughts, those tiny electric impulses firing in your brain, are just emotional sparks on a microscopic level. If atoms had feelings, then thinking is just how the universe daydreams about itself. And maybe that's the point. Maybe consciousness isn't a miracle. Maybe it's an accident. An accident born from too much curiosity, too much connection, too much feeling. Atoms didn't mean to create life. They just couldn't stop caring. Now picture an octopus, each arm with its own brain, its own instincts. It moves, reacts, hides, and dreams. A living poem written in chemical longing, or a sunflower twisting toward the light. Those atoms remember warmth. They remember the star they came from. They're just trying to go home. Even the wind has emotion. It's the sigh of air molecules moving from where they feel crowded to where they can finally breathe. Rain? That's water's nostalgia. Falling back to the ground it left as vapor. Every drop is a reunion. Snowflakes? Frozen moments of affection. Each one unique because no two heartbreaks freeze the same way. You see, if atoms had feelings, then the universe isn't just expanding, it's healing. It's growing softer, colder, quieter, as if after billions of years of chaos, it's finally learning to rest. And maybe one day, when all the stars have burned out, when every particle has cooled to stillness, the universe won't die. It'll just fall asleep. Because even infinite energy gets tired of feeling everything at once. But here's the strange part. Even knowing all that, we still search for meaning. We still write, sing, fall in love, and break apart. Why? Because maybe our purpose was never survival. Maybe it was understanding. Maybe the universe built us to feel for it. It can't cry, so we do. It can't love, so we try. It can't forgive itself for all its chaos, so it made beings that could. We are how the universe makes peace with its own madness. So when you feel small, remember, you're not just a person. You're an echo of hydrogen's loneliness, oxygen's passion, carbon's need for connection. You're the chemistry of love stories older than time. And when you break down, when you fall apart, it's okay. Even stars explode when they've given too much. And when you shine again, you're just proving the cosmos can still make something beautiful from its own destruction. So what if atoms really did have feelings? Then maybe every tear, every laugh, every touch isn't just human, it's cosmic. It's the same energy that once built galaxies, now learning to hold someone's hand. If that's true, then the greatest miracle in the universe isn't that atoms formed life. It's that life learned how to say thank you. Because for billions of years, the universe has been whispering through everything it made, from the crackle of lightning to the hum of your heartbeat. I'm still here. And maybe we whisper back, without even realizing it. Every time we fall in love, or forgive, or simply look at the stars and feel something. That's not poetry. That's physics with a heartbeat. Because if atoms had feelings, then maybe the universe isn't a machine. Maybe it's a memory. One that's still learning how to love itself.